Hello my friends, welcome to Dave Skillet. Today we're going to do some hacks. This will be one of them. Okay, yesterday I covered leftovers, pasta, and I told you if you ran out of noodles, not to panic, make some more. Well, we're going to do just that, and my sister said, why don't I show them how I do it in a rice cooker? Here we go. Making the pasta is the easiest thing you could ever imagine doing in a rice cooker. I'm shooting for 1 cup. It's almost there, a little bit more. That'll do it. I don't know if you can see that measurement, but just a little bit above the 1 cup mark. And that's okay because it's not really going to matter. You can make as much pasta as you like doing it in this rice cooker. Let me slide this stuff closer so you can see what I'm about to do. Okay, this should do. I got a cup of water over here. I won't need all of it, so we're going to put the pasta right there. Now, get this a little bit closer. And then we're going to add the water. You can add a dash, and I mean a small half a dash of salt if you want, just a pinch, you know. I'm not going to do that. The water, I need just enough to cover the pasta. Which, oddly enough, is 1 cup. Ha! Okay, that works. I wasn't sure I would need a cup, but yes, we do. Now, we close that down. And we're going to set this. I have to see if I can get down here a little closer for you to see it. And we're going to set this for white rice, because that's the setting I want right there. It's going to take a second. It'll do its electronic business, and there it goes. That's the countdown, and that is it. We are basically done, other than when this thing finally kicks off in about 7 minutes. That's it. Now I could steam it for 7 minutes. That's another way of doing it, but either way, you decide, because you are the master chef in your kitchen. So I gave this 10 minutes because I'm kind of in a hurry, but I believe they're done after 10 minutes anyway. And they are. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put them in the sink to drain. Put on my potholder gloves so I don't burn myself silly. There we go. Unplug that. And yesterday I told you, if you run out of noodles, it's no big deal. If you run out of pasta, no big deal, right? So you just make some more. That's going to be my lunch. I've got plenty of sauces to use. I even have chili Colorado in the freezer. But in the fridge below, I have I still have more than half a jar, 2/3 of a jar of my sauce that I made for my Italian gravy. So I'll be using that with my lunch today, and I'll be frying that up in the pan the same as I did yesterday with the butter and the oil. So that's just to let you know. Turn this thing around. Probably need some light in there. I need some light on the subject. So there's that. And I'll put the same pat of butter right there, same amount that I had yesterday. Get my butter dish out. need a new stick of butter. This is salted butter, by the way. I didn't cover that yesterday, but I'll cover it today because this is a hack about how to make the noodles in a hurry. 10 minutes, I think making your lunch in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I think that's pretty good. And we'll cut off another pad, which is what I wanted to show anyway, was how much I was going to put on there. Typical pad of butter you see in a restaurant for biscuits. Here we go. We're not talking real big here. It's not a tablespoon, it's more like a teaspoon amount. Now, I ran out of olive oil. I've ordered some in. It's just my supplier hasn't shipped it yet. So I have to deal with that. That happens. They'll get it to me eventually. Eventually, I'm waiting. So in the meantime, I'm going to use this stuff here. I got a couple jars of this stuff. And you can pick this up at the Dollar Tree. So there's that. And it's sealed, so you don't have to worry about, you know, storing it in your cupboard like I am. But I will be putting this in the fridge now because I just broke the seal. There's that. Well, that's really on there. Gosh, that's really on there. Okay. This is really... There, finally. Wow. Okay. I'm going to use a teaspoon. I don't need a whole lot of this stuff. So... I'm probably putting more than a teaspoon in the pan. Come on, get off of there. Gosh. I'll have to scoop it off with another spoon. So I'll do that. I really like this stuff. This stuff is really good. Oh, I made it fly out of the pan onto the stove top. Aye, get on there. So I just throw that spoon away. That's gone past its sell date. And I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. It's not quite my lunchtime yet, but I want it to melt. So we'll melt it down, but then I'm going to have to just hold off on frying that up. But you're not going to know the difference because we're going to do some time travel here with you. And you'll see it all. My pasta is getting dry. It's only just been out. So I'm going to go ahead and wash it down with some water. There. And that'll help it not be quite so sticky. Here we go. Now, this guy, he's going in the fridge. Done, 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 done. And that's already starting to melt. And that's good. Now that's not going to matter if you melt it in advance and let it sit in the pan for an hour or whatever until you need it. That's fine. It's not going to hurt anything. I let grease like bacon fat and all that. I let that sit in the pan overnight because I don't want to throw it out, but I want to use it for the next day rather than put it in another container, which I will wind up having to either clean or throw away. So I will just leave it in the pan. There's another hack. Okay, I'm going to turn the stove off. Done. So as soon as my lunch hour starts to get a little bit closer, it's 11:42. I don't like to eat before 2 o'clock, so I'll give myself another hour, hour and a half, and then you'll not see the time differential, but yeah, we'll be back. So you saw this part yesterday, but here we go again. Ooh, that's a hot tamale. Or hot pasta in this case. Wow. Just the way I like it. Gonna grill them up a bit, and then add the sauce. Whatever meat you add, that's optional, because we're talking leftovers, right? This isn't going to take long, believe me. This pan is really hot. I put it on number 10, the highest setting, which I'm going to drop it down to 8, because that pan is really scorching. It won't take long. We'll be right back. Starting to grill up. The rotini pasta, I would say, is one of my favorites, although I like tagliatelle. I think rotini is my favorite. Certainly the top 2. I'm starting to see some grilling on it, so we're almost there. Getting some color, especially right here on these 2 here. Few others. They're browning up. That's going to be the sugars getting released, and I'm going to add the sauce now, the gravy. Got a little sausage in there. And that's lunch. Lunch and showing you how to make the pasta in a hurry. And I think you could set that rice cooker for 7 steam. On the steam setting, set it for 7 minutes. That would be probably perfect. And I'll just let that get up to temperature again, because once I put this in it, this is right out of the fridge, so it's cold. So it's going to need to be left to get heated up a bit. I'll go ahead and cover it, and we'll be back. And turn the stovetop off. It should just about be ready. Give it a stir. And I can see the steam and heat coming off of it. So I'm going to go ahead and plate this up. And you can see what that looks like. Oh yeah, it's making me hungry just looking at it. Ow. I gotta move the camera here just a little bit. Oops. That's getting disagreeable. Huh. Okay. There we go. I think I need my glove. I definitely need this. And on the plate it goes. That is looking good. Wow. I think I need a spoon. Wow, look at that. Lunch is served. Hope you enjoy my little hack on how to make pasta. Hello, my friends. I hope you enjoyed that hack on how to make pasta. Easy, quick, fast. Join for the next one. You won't regret it. We'll see you then.